Welcome to Test 6, Lesson 1. Swords ready? Let's go. Today's objectives are to use clues to find a number and to solve problems by using induction. Okay, so let's start by using clues to find a number. So here's a number. The number is 23,480,098,713. It's a nice big number, and we're going to follow some clues to change it. Okay, so here are my clues, and my first clue is to make it 4,000 bigger. So in order to do that, I need to know where the thousands place is. So I'm going to look at my number, and I've got my ones, tens, hundreds. Here's my thousands place right here. I have 8,000. I need to make it 4,000 bigger. Now, I know that 8 plus 4 equals 12, so that means I'm going to have a 2 in the thousands place. And I'm going to have to carry my 1 over here. 1 plus 9 is 10. I'm going to have a 0 here. And I'm going to have to carry my 1 over here. So I'm going to have a totally new number here already. And that number will be 23,480,000,000. That's all going to stay the same. But now I'm going to have 102,713. And I'm going to write all that out because it's going to be really difficult to deal with my number otherwise. So I'm done this one now. Next up, I have make it 500 smaller, so I'm going to have to find my hundreds place. I have ones, tens, hundreds. 7 take away 5 is going to give me 2. I'm not going to bother rewriting the number this time because that was just a little change. That's done. Next, I need to make it 20 million smaller. So I've got my ones, I've got my my thousands, then I'm into the millions. So 80 million, take away 20 million, that's going to give me 60 million. Okay? And then last, so I'm done with that, last I have make it 1 bigger. So that's just going to be the 1 spot, and that 3 is going to change to a 4. So that looks a little bit complicated, and you can write the whole thing out if you want to. You don't have to. But my new number is going to be 23,460,102,214. So now let's move on to objective 2, which is I can solve problems by using induction. Induction is a reverse process of deduction. It is used to draw a conclusion from the clues you get from computations or equations in a problem. So here we have a problem that tells us if the square equals 45, the circle equals 15, and the triangle equals 20, fill in the blanks below with the same number to make the statement true. And the statement is square equals blank times triangle, take away blank times circle. So the first thing I'm going to do is sub in the numbers for those shapes. And when I do that, I get 45 equals blank times 20, take away blank times 15. So the next question is, what clues can I get from this information? Now if I look, I know that 45 and 15 are odd numbers, and I know that 20 is an even number. My answer, 45, is an odd number. So that means I'm going to have to either do odd take away even or even take away odd. I have a subtraction question there. If you try it for yourself, you'll find out that odd take away odd and even take away even both give you even numbers. So for example, 13 take away 3 is 10. 14 take away 4 is 10. They both give you an even number. So I know that I'm going to have to either do odd take away even or even take away odd. The other thing I know right away is that both of the numbers have to be the same because it says with the same number. So I'm just going to try a number and see what happens. I'm going to start with 3. And let's check. 3 times 20 is 60. Take away 3 times 15, which is 45. And that gives me 15. It's supposed to give me 45. So 3 is not even close. This is way too small. I'm going to try a bigger number. So since 3 was way too small, I'm going to try a much bigger number like 10. Then I would get 10 times 20 is 200. Take away 10 times 15, which is 150. That gives me 50. 50 is much closer. It's not the right answer, but it's pretty close. Now, this is a little too big, so I need to use a smaller number than 10. Now, 10 was too big, but not by a lot, so let's try 9. If I put 9s in there, and if I get out my calculator, I'm going to get 9 times 20 equals 180. Take away 9 times 15, which is 135. And that equals 45. I did it, so the missing number is 9. And that's it for today. If you can just do this review, we'll look at it tomorrow in class, and you're done for the night. If you want a little bit of extra practice, there's a URL at the bottom there. It's tinyurl.com/3c6eoa. If you go there, there's some really good practice on problem solving online. So that's optional. You don't have to do that, but you do need to do this review. So get that done, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.